As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulullah. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Khataman Nabiyyin. Labbaik, labbaik, labbaik ya Rasulullah. ताजदारे खत्मे नबूवत जिंदाबाद 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 बस इन्हें जाना इन्हें माना न रखा गैर से काम लिल्लाहिल हम्द में दुनिया से मुसलमान गया मेरी जिंदगी का मकसद तेरे दीन की सरफराजी मैं इसीलिए मुसलमान मैं इसीलिए नमाजी तौहीद की कुव्वत से तेरा बाजू कवी है इस्लाम तेरा देश है और तू मुस्तफवी 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 है कि खातमन नबीन मोहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे हैं ये जहां चीज है क्या लोह कलम तेरे हैं So we will talk on this British made cult Valmiki or Valmiki, which is like 5,000 years old, who reincarnated their Lal Beg cockroach somewhere in Kadia. They used to have a Chuda Mela there, which was transferred into Salana Jalsa. And the book written by their Molai, Molai is their kind of a central figure. His name is Mirza Imam Din, who was also the cousin of this Dajjal Kazab, this folk or this individual who call himself Kirme Khaki, like the gutter worm, name Ghulam Sundi Qadiani. So he was part of that same belief, which is like 5,000 years old. And this Valmiki, he wrote the Ramayana book, which is read by the Hindus also. And he wrote this book called Valmiki Molai Imam Din, Mirza Imam Din. He wrote the book called Deed Haq. So you can read it. It is available on a website called ahmadiyafactsblog.com. ahmadiyafactsblog.com. So you can see it over there, and we'll try to get it on other site also, so where it could be accessed easily. So this is the very book which was also written by this Dajjal Kazab Ghulam Sundi Qadiani, who says that that is his sign or nishan number 192. So it tells people how to do the, their worshipping. So in the Dide Haq is like how do they face to the east, and they just stand in line, and then they face to the north and to the west and to the south. And so he started this thing over there. As we have talked this long before that, the whole area, this South Asia, it was called the Mughal Empire. and their last king name was Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was kidnapped from there, taken to uh, Rangoon in Burma. That's where he died. That's where he's buried. The British did it because they invaded Mughal Empire in the disguise of East India Trading Company or East India Tree Company, but they took over the Mughal Empire and they enslaved all the people living there. And in 1860, they imposed Victorian laws. Like Victoria was the queen that time, and uh, to control the liberation or the freedom resistant from the Muslims from whom they took their government. They made so many plots, and this was just one of their many plots. And so they, for the people of the Mughal Empire, it was their movement to free themselves from the enslavement of the Vikings, the British uh, imperialist. But they found people who twisted it, called it the mutiny, and which is like people who stand up for their freedom is somebody invaded their home, took their cattle, took their land, took their everything, took their belief. So to free themselves is a freedom that's been given to every Muslim from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when this Dajjal, Kazab, Ghulam Sundi Qadiani died in the toilet on 26 May 1908. Eh, so they took him back to Patiala, from there to put him behind those, bulls and cows, and they drag him back to Qadian. That's where I think, I don't know, they buried him, they burned him, whatever, because that dude has a cholera. The, it's like just like a COVID. It can spread from one person to other, to other, to other. And then, uh, he was married before with a lady, and she told him that you are a lawyer and Dajjal, a Kazab and a Kafir. So they did never believed in that evil person who mostly spent all his time in the toilet. Uh, and then he said that these are the two signs of Jesus. It's just so these are two sheets of the Jesus. One is upper trouble, headache, and the other is the loose motion 24/7, where he's died that he go to the toilet for more than 100 times a day. So one can imagine. There he had these girls sitting in his toilet to clean him because he broke his arm and he was not able to pick up a lota to clean his shit, from his body. Even they was not able to clean it because it was just coming after one after another, just like so many episodes. So when that story ended, then there was another of his plotted person named Akim Noordin. But it's amazing, like their last is like their name is amazing. Like it's called Din, Din, Din. Just like a trash can or dustbin, or where people put the dust or the pampers and all that shit. So even Imam Din is also the same name, Din. So Chuda is a very old belief, 5,000 years old. Hakrub and Haksar and Lal Beg and Begi and Valmiki. So they all are Valmiki. They all are different. They're different, smaller subsections. So then when that guy fall down from the horse and he died, then he's like his son took over the control. His name is this Mughlai Bashir Qadiani Zani. So Mughlai, if you know the Mughlai mean Mughal, the Mughal Empire, right? Those empires of the South Asia, a huge country consisting of like 8, 9, 10 countries today. Like it has like Kashmir, it has like part of China, it has like Pakistan, it has a Bangladesh, it has a part of Sri Lanka, part of uh, not part of, but the almost whole India, and then along that these other countries, small countries like Burma, Assam, and so many countries. I don't know how many countries there was in that. All the way goes all the way to Karachi and over there to the waters. So so there was the Mughal, right? And the Mughlai was the one who was their servant. Mostly Mughlai was the one who would clean their like toilets, like sweepers, in other way you call. So these called Mughlai. So we have a kind of a word that got to be understood precisely and rightly. So Mirzas are the one who are from the people who was ruling the South Asia, the Mughal Empire. Mughlais are the one who was their servant, like sweepers. So this is a Mughlai, and they did twisted it so many times. The other twist was that this person who was a kafir for 5,000 years, generation is a kafir, disbelievers. They have their god is a Balmek, and they are reincarnated as a Lal Beg, a cockroach. So the British occupier, enslave masters and traders, they added this force, this name Ahmad and Muhammad with that, which has no connection with that whatsoever. You dig as deep you want in the history, there is no mention of those people. They was kafir, disbelievers, and has no connection with Muslims, Islam, or anything as such, because Islam is only 1400 years old, and this disbeliever kuffar cult is almost 5,000 years old. It's before the coming of before the birth of Jesus, peace be upon him, to whom he said that Jesus is dead, and they say that Jesus' mother was married to a carpenter, Joseph, which is untrue. So other important thing is that a Muslim believe Jesus is alive and he will return. And the Mughlai, Marzai, Qadiani, Ahmadis, Lajanas, whatever, they say Jesus is dead. And they say that Jesus' mother, Maryam, peace be upon her, she was married to a carpenter named Joseph, which is untrue. Could be their thoughts there, but to us it's an insult, very very big insult. Same insult they added to a book called it is they say it's written by Mirza Qadiani, the Mughlai Mirza, the Mughlai Ghulam Sundi Qadiani. Sundi is their name, this like they just, it's their name. I don't know where they got it and what is behind it. So in that book, Jesus in India, they say that Jesus mean is the traveler. So Jesus traveled from all the way from Palestine to Kashmir, and he died there. And this new dude, Mughlai Ghulam Sundi Qadiani, he's the new Jesus. So if we go further on that, this Mughlai Bashira Qadiani Zani, he sent one of his stooge named Dr. Sadiq Qadiani. 1920 to Detroit, and he fooled other peoples that he just tell them that Jesus went to Kashmir, he died there, and God sent a new Jesus, and you will be free from the uh, the British or the Europeans, and we'll make you prophet, we'll make you God, and you are this and that and all that. So they met with the Marcus Garvey and Drew Ali and David Ford and Elijah Poole and many others, and they asked Sadaq Qadiani cult, ask those people who was not even aware of what is Islam and what is the teaching of Islam and Quran and beliefs and finality of prophethood. They have no idea. So they say that you change your last name to Muhammad. And so those all kuffar, Marcus Garvey, Elijah Poole, Drew Ali, David Ford, they was kuffar disbelievers. Could be the enemies, could be Islamophobes, could be blasphemers. So this British planted assaulters led by Dr. Sadaq Qadiani told them that you change your last name to Muhammad. So this was a very grand deception for people who didn't know, because when any person whose name is Muhammad, right, his first name and last name, it's connect him to Islam. And when all those people who was the follower of this new guys who is kind of their messenger, their messiah, name Elijah Muhammad. If they do a crime, next day is on the paper that, oh, such Muhammad did this thing, Robert Muhammad did this thing, and this caused a defame and deception and an assault on Islam and the Muslim and their belief. So common people have no idea. So they just go straight to Deen Islam. What these guys, why they are doing it? Whereas they don't have any connection with Islam. They are opponent of Islam. In Islam, there is no black and white. You read the last sermon of the final Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he said that no black is superior on a white and no white is superior on a black. No Arab is superior on non-Arab and no non-Arab is superior on Arab. You all are equal in front of your Lord. You are children of Adam, and Adam was created from the clay. All the way further, so I just like give you just like part of that. You can read for yourself in any language you want. If you know Arabic, you can read it in Arabic language to get its meaning. And then they made up this fake, fraudulent, Islamophobic, this cult name, Nation of Islam. It's total disbelievers, total kufr, total disbelievers. And their God name is honorable, I don't know what kind of honor they have, Minister Fard Muhammad. David Ford became Fard Muhammad. They call it like a black gods, that God came to earth and he walked as a black man. Well, first of all, we don't have any differentiation between black and white. It doesn't mean the white is from Persia or from China or from Korea or from Norway. Doesn't matter. Italy or from South Africa or from Jamaica. Doesn't matter. They are all the people, all equal. And then they made up what they call Muhammad's temple. So what is happening in the Muhammad temple? Very few left. Many are maybe have sold it out because they don't have anyone who can donate them money so they can pay their mortgage and expenses and things. And there is nobody there. It's all closed, all locked. And the other one, Drew Ali, he made up his own Kanjar Khana name, Moorish Science Temple. And here, this Mughlai, Bashir Qadiani Zani made up a Quran for those people of the Moorish Science Temple. Check it on your search engine. It's called Seven Circle Quran. You open it. What is inside? The picture of all the pharaohs. So they took him all the way back to the pharaohs. It is really, it's an abomination. And then this guy, this newspaper is called The Final Call. The final, no, not the, it's only finalcall.com. So, in which, you know, they're talking about the weather and the warning and so many other things. And sustenance in America, God has come for the black men and women. So here they say that God has come for black men and women. So I don't know where the other will go. So when we talk with any of their scholar or whatever they call it, you know, selling like pie and newspaper, they say that we think that people whose blood is black, they are black. But I don't think the color of blood is black. It's not black, it's a red, right? I don't know if somebody have a black blood. Even then, Muslims don't believe in that. Muslims just don't believe in that. We all are equal. There is no difference between any one of. It is their deed, what they do, you know, what they believe. And so this is a division, you know. This is like dividing the people, dividing the nation. And then if we go down, it says that the editor note, the article contain edited except from the message fill title, making our community a safe and decent place to live. And then he says, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. So they mixed up everything here. I just don't know what it is. So the follower of Elijah Muhammad, or the follower of this guy, what's his name, Louis Farrakhan, they say that he's a Jesus. He's a Jesus, but I don't know which Jesus they are talking about. There are two Jesus, you know. We all know. One is the Antichrist, and one is the real Jesus, son of Mary, you know, peace be upon them. And then if we go, you know, it's like, but the worst thing is that they try to take over the name and the faith and the belief of Muslim, which is just a big crime. Impersonators. So say that the Muslim program, what is Muslim, what the Muslim want. So this is something written from Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I got to read it. So see what is there. But it's not Islam, it's a deception, it's a fraud in the name of Islam. Period. This is a total fraud. This is a question asked most frequently by both the white and black. The answer is to this question I shall state as simply as possible. We want freedom, we want full and complete freedom, we want justice. Whatever you want, but you should not hide behind the name of Islam. What your claim that you are a messenger is a wrong, is a lie, is a deception. Because what the Muslim believe over final prophet is Muhammad Mustafa Ibn Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no prophet after him. No prophet after him in Islam till the day of judgment. Then they say, what is the Muslim belief? Whereas they should show their own belief. What is their beliefs, you know? We believe in one God. Well, if you believe in one God, who is your this dude Fard Muhammad? Then how about the other gods you make? Like, you know, your god name Yalash, your god name Khala, your god name Khalu, your god name Saiga, your god name Ajar, so many. We believe in the Holy Quran and the scripture of all the prophets of God. Well, so which Quran you talking about? You never read the Quran, you never mention the Quran, you never accept the Quran. So this is another lie, a very, very plain lie. We believe in the truth of the Bible. Okay, but we believe that it has been tempered with the most must be reinterpreted so that mankind will not be snared by the falsehood that have been added to it. Well, that is the job of the Christian, you know. And one side you are calling yourself, you know, a false fake Islam and Muslim, and then you worry about the Bible. You should not. So there is a mix up right over here. Then he said that we believe our women should be protected as the women of their nationalities are respected and protected. Then they say that if we believe that who declare their ourselves to be righteous should not participate in wars that take life of human. Well, that's what you're doing these days, right? You can see who is sitting in your UNSC ambassador in New York these days. So check it out. You know, again lies and just not true. The 12th thing they say, we believe that Allah, God, appear in the person of Master W. Fard Muhammad, July 1930, the long-awaited Messiah of the Christian and the Mahdi of the Muslim. We believe further and lastly that Allah is God and beside him there is no God. He will bring about a universal government of peace wherein we can live in peace and peace together. Well, this is something that a black man, Fard Muhammad, is your God. So that could be he is not even a black. Like skin wise, you know, he's not a black. Check his what you call genealogy, where is he from. So but we'll go back to the thing that who is the one who started it. It was the British imperial empire who had a fight with the Muslim Mughal empire, and they was at the end kicked out from there, and they saw the freedom of the whole mankind. You could look at it, you know, when Jefferson studied the Quran for 11 years, and then he wrote the Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, U.S. Constitution. Go to a website called Jefferson Quran or Quran in the US Constitution.com or Monticello. Ask the historian there. They will tell you. Islam was in America long before Columbus ever tried to come here with the stolen money from the Moorish Muslim Spain. Check it out too. And then the saddest thing is that whoever tried to tell the truth, about the facts, the Marzai Qadiani Ahmadiyya Kafir cult, uh, make them exit, and then they pressure them, then they try to defame them, they try to assault them, they try to press him. And if they don't stop, they massacred them. They did the same thing with one of our amazing person named Malcolm Shabazz X. He was part of that cult for a long time, and he just ended in Arabia, and he mentioned the same thing he was teaching here, that we are here to tell that all the European are evils, and they was told by Mughlai Marzai Qadiani, Mughlai Bashir Qadiani Zani, who was the head of this cult, who was the president, right? You guys had a president. And then they murdered Malcolm X in New York. So that's the story of this cult, and that's where they are in the very beginning, in 1872, some those years. And they're the same even today. They treat their women worse. What happened with Nida Nasser? Why she's sent to a mental hospital? And what happened to Naseem Mehdi? Why was he killed? Why was his wife killed? What was her name? I don't know actually her name, but her killer name is Rizwan Khatak. How do they kill their own women and they bury them in their living room, and they put the carpet at top of their ditch, where they have buried those. So again, cult has to go, as we had this Davidian cult in Waco, Texas, and this is just a duplicate of Davidian cult in America and anywhere else. So with that, I will just leave this podcast and see you again. Labbaik, labbaik, labbaik ya Rasulullah. Tajdari khatme nabuwat. Zindabad, 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 zindabad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.